In today's video, we're going to take a look at the piece of gear that my friend James Yeager says is the favorite thing he has seen in 20 years of attending SHOT Shows. Had the most impact on him and his students. I'm talking about the Uplula Magazine Loader. That's what's coming up next here on Survival on Purpose. Welcome back to Survival on Purpose, your home for trustworthy information and gear reviews related to camping, survival, and general preparedness for regular folks. My name's Brian. Thanks for joining me. And in my opinion, one component of general preparedness is being able to defend yourself and your family. And in my opinion, again, the most effective way to do that is with a firearm. And if you want to carry a firearm, I think it's important to be proficient in its use, which means you need to put a lot of rounds down range, a lot of training and practice as much as possible. And that means you're going to be loading a bunch of magazines. That's where something like this comes in handy. And I'll tell you when I first learned that, a little quick story in just a minute. But first, a big thank you to the sponsors for today's video, my friend John at Hog Holsters. I've got a couple of examples here. Hog holsters are made by hand, with one at a time, with old world craftsmanship in Arizona, USA, by my friend John. And this is the holster that I'm wearing every single day now. This is a new one. You're getting a little sneak peek at this. We'll talk about this. It's going to be coming up soon. He's going to have a non-tuckable version. So I'm kind of like the beta tester for this one. And so far, I really like it. Before that, this is the holster here. It is a tuckable version that I wore through, gosh, I don't know, 3 or 4 very, very active tactical pistol classes and a couple of rifle classes, rolling around on the ground, twisting, turning, running, jumping, all kinds of stuff. Absolutely no issues with it. Not one time did my pistol come out of the holster and my holster come off my pants. When you'll see that John uses these ulti-clips here on his holsters, they clip onto your pants, and then your belt supports the pants with the holsters as a system. So if you're looking for a really good holster, I think Hog Holsters is again, since I discovered them, I've not even bothered to look for another holster because I just don't need to. So you can save 10% by using the coupon code Survival on Purpose, all one word, at hogholsters.com. Tell John I said hello. Just a really great holsters and a really great guy. So now let's talk about the magazine loader. When I first decided I was going to start using magazine loaders, it was my first tactical response class fighting pistol. We had to fire 1,000, maybe 1,000 rounds over a course of a couple days. And I brought 3 or 4 mags with me, and you're loading mags all the time, loading mags. And my thumb started feeling sore after about, I don't know, the 10th or 20th mag I loaded, time I loaded mags. And I looked, and there was a guy over there who'd been to multiple classes. Obviously, he was very experienced, and he had a little mag loader, and he said, man, you need to get one of these, I'm telling you, because it'll make your life easier. So this one is one that I got recently. It was in a battle box. So they didn't send it to me. I didn't buy it. They're not paying me to make this video. I don't have a dog in this hunt, other than I thought it would be a really cool thing to show you. This thing works with double stacks and single stacks. And if you have a 1911, it works with a 1911. They also have an adapter that goes on here that will actually keeps the magazine from wobbling, but it'll work without it. This thing has a magazine unloader on it. It's really cool. It comes in several different colors. It just weighs like 2.3 ounces. There's a big list on the website of everything it does work with and a few that it doesn't work with. But they've also have several other different configurations of magazine loaders. They've got magazine loaders for rifles, for 22 pistols, even for the little ones like the Ruger 22 that I've got. It's got the little thumb wheel on the side of it. Thumb, you press pull the thing down with a little thumb button. All kinds of different loaders, really, really well made. And instead of me rambling on about it, let me just kind of take you down to the old world's oldest, ricketiest card table here and show you how they work. Okay, here's a closer look at the Uplula Mag Loader. And this thing has a couple of patented features on it. First of all, there's an alignment guide. If you can see right here, there's a little hinge here. This little thing here is like a saddle, kind of a cradle. What that does, that forces the magazine to be in the center, so that allows it to be pretty adaptable to different size magazines, single stack or double stack. Then there's a magazine unloader tab on the back here. I'll show you that in just a minute, as well as a lock here. So for storage, transport, you just push that down, keeps it in a compact configuration, and you unlock it. So the way this works is you put your magazine in, you put the little tab here, it's got this little arm right there. That little arm goes towards the front of the magazine where the bullets would come out, towards the front of the nose of the magazine. So the hinge goes at the rear of the magazine. You put your magazine in like so, then as you squeeze it all the way and you push it down, you're going to depress the follower, as you can see right there. And so, got my Glock 19 mag here. Put it back in there because she is hot. And first, we'll just unload some of these mags so I can demonstrate it. So the unloader is a little tab here, and it's just an easy way to strip rounds off a mag. You just do that right there. You don't really have to be very precise with it, and worry about your thumb. So we got the rounds here. Now, the way you load it is you put the mag in. You see it's got a spring in it. If I let it go, it'll pop up. So it's got a spring. So you squeeze it all the way, push it down, and it depresses the follower, and you just drop your round in. Let it out. Squeeze it, let it out. Squeeze it, push it down, let it out. And once you kind of get the hang of it, it's really fast. Be faster if I could get these rounds lined up in my hand right. So there's that. So what about a short magazine? Let me put some rounds out here. These are different. So trying different rounds, different magazines. This one only holds 10. This is a Glock 26 magazine. Same thing though. Squeeze it in, push it in. Oh, there we go. So that's another advantage to it. This particular magazine, the last round is really, really hard to get in. Like, it hurts my thumb, even if it's the first mag I've loaded. And with the Uplula, it's really easy to do that. You got a lot more leverage there. So there's that one. What else we have here? So we have a Glock 43 magazine. So it's a small single stack mag. Let's load her back up. There we go, that easy. And again, my thumb is not hurting a bit. So several Glock magazines. Try one more. This, by the way, is the Glock 48. This also my hog holster that John makes for the TLR6 with a light laser. So, okay, so I've got the Glock 48 mag. I don't want to just beat a dead horse here, but I just want to show you how this thing works well with many different sizes and configurations of magazines. So we'll just put these in. It works well if you do it right. Basically, just squeeze it all the way, let it up, and let the spring do its work. All you really have to do is just push down. There's that one. So we've looked at some Glock magazines. What about a different magazine? How about a Browning High Power? Also, the holster John made me for it. So let's strip this one out because all my guns are loaded. They don't really do much good if they're not, right? So this one is a metal magazine. You'll notice it's different. So this could be a little more painful when you're trying to load rounds in it, because sometimes that metal can maybe even slice your fingers. So it's just or at least it could hurt more. So let's just show you it works just fine with this. And there's a list on their website, like I said, of the magazines that it won't work with. And really, you just have to make sure you let it come all the way out and all the way back up before you squeeze it before you put it down, so you don't wind up being halfway under the round like if you squeeze it too soon. Squeeze it and then push it down. So that's the Browning. One more and we'll wrap the sucker up. How about a High Power magazine? Yep, the old High Power. Because this is the thinnest one. You can see it's really thin. And so we'll see how it works. And the the magazine aligner at the top seems to be working really well. This one, the magazine has a little dip-to-do in the front of it, so you kind of have to drop it in. Doesn't work quite as easily. It wants to wobble just a little bit, to be honest with you, but it just did fine. And this is also one of those that if you're loading by hand, just to show you, it's got some pretty, not sharp, but they're definitely so I'm pushing this down by hand, and it, by golly, takes some pressure, and then it's not comfortable. That little metal edge there is not comfortable. So there's the high power. So let me just go ahead one last time. We'll reload this magazine. I'll try to do it as rapidly as possible, and we'll see how well I can do. You're going to time me on this one? Okay, here we go. I'm already buying the gun. The pressure is on. I can't. Oh no! Well, so I stumbled on the second one. I stumbled just there. Slow is smooth is fast. So this last round takes a little pushing on there, but this is a pretty stiff magazine spring. So anyway, there you go. That's how easy this thing is to use, and I just think it's pretty stinking cool. Okay, so that was a hopefully not too repetitive look at the Uplula Mag Loader, and I got to say, this thing really is a thumb saver. And you know, if you never had an issue with your thumb sore from loading magazines, then I would just say you hadn't loaded enough magazines and you need to go get some training and you need to practice more, because or else you just got a way tougher thumb than everybody else I know. But either way, it's just a really great tool to, this thing's like $35 street price. By the way, right now, Big Daddy Unlimited has them for $25. Just saying, there's a link in the video description below. You can check that out. But they're come in several different colors. Again, they have several different configurations, and they're just a very, very handy tool. A good way to not only save your thumbs, but just kind of help you get those last rounds in those really tough magazines. So that's the Uplula Mag Loader. Again, they didn't send me this. They're not paying me to show you this. I just thought I would try to show you something that I think would be useful to you, and I think this will be if you have any desire to be proficient in the use of your firearm, and if you do a lot of shooting. So there you go. I really appreciate you watching Survival on Purpose. Remember, survival's not an accident, so be prepared. I'll see you next time.